My daughter turned 1 last month and I made her dress. I didn't buy my daughter's birthday outfit, trust me, I made it myself. And today I'm showing you exactly how I turned a simple fabric into a special birthday look. So come with me while I put together fabric. We saw different fabrics and I fell in love with this fabric that I saw, and I really loved it, and I decided to get this material to use for the birthday outfit. So after going through so many outfits, looking through Pinterest, searching every day, wondering how will this outfit turn out, what will I make, I finally came up with something beautiful to make for her. Her birthday was really special to me and I wanted her outfits to be meaningful. There's something about handmade clothes, the love, the efforts, the memories that you just can't buy in a store. You know, her being my first child, I really wanted to make the birthday clothes because, 1 year is such a very special moment for both mom and child. I started by measuring my daughter and cutting the fabrics carefully. Since this is a baby's outfit, I made sure to leave room for comfort and movement. So I started cutting the lining first for the skirt part. I did that first because I wanted the lining part to be a flare under, and also flare for the bridal satin, and then the top part I was going to do a gathers on it, just mixing everything together. So this is me here cutting out the flare parts for this lining, and I will also do the same for the main part of the fabric, that's the satin. So for the tool, I just went ahead to measure the length of what I needed. I needed different lengths. I needed, the top length, the middle length, the lower length, and I just went ahead to measure that and then cut. I folded it and then cut it out. I did it this way to just make it easier. I didn't want to have the long tool, scattered everywhere and start cutting long strips. I didn't want that. I just wanted to fold everything together and then cut it easily. So I started sewing the top part first, I cut out 2 parts of the satin, one for the lining and one for the main part. So the first thing I did was to pin the lace to the lining and pin the lace here to the satin part, so to ensure it doesn't move while I'm joining it with the other satin. This is because I'm putting the lace on top of the satin, making them one fabric, then putting this one as the lining. If you don't understand what I mean, please ask me in the comments. So I start by sewing the neckline. After sewing it, I'll top stitch it and then go ahead and sew every other part. I'm going to be closing the armhole also. I'm going to be closing that. I'm just going to leave a a little space for me to turn over. I will be at the downside. I'm just going to leave a very little space when I will use to turn over, and then I will stitch it. So everything's going to be, really, really covered inside out. In a bit to sew the top part first, I decided to just go ahead and make the sleeves. So I made this ruffle part for the sleeves. I made it out, and then I just trimmed it. It was longer than this. I trimmed it, and then went ahead to fix it on the sleeves. This is just to create a ruffled effect that is really beautiful for children's clothes. At this point, I was so happy. It turned out really well. Like, it was looking really, really beautiful. I was beginning to see it, and I was really, really happy. So I went ahead to close the sides, and then the top part was ready. So I moved on to the tulle. So I started gathering the tulle, all the tulle fabrics I'll be using, and I doubled them, and I started gathering them. I gathered them separately, gathered the different lengths separately, and then after doing that, I joined them together. I also cut out a part of the meshy design fabric that the shapes I was using for the top. I also cut out a part of it that I was going to put on top of all this mesh. And so I also did that, and I did that in a flare where I didn't gather it. I just cut it in a circle, and then I'm just going to put it on top of all of this. Yes, when I finished with the skirting part, I went ahead and used a pipe. Basically, I created a pipe, and I'm just going to pipe it to cover that part. But as when I had my weaving machine on 150, but I think this is just better because it's a child. You don't want any itching or anything like that. So what I did was to cover up all the sewing parts, all the loose ends. I just did a pipe in it, and then just covered it up, and then I went ahead and joined the two parts together. At this point, I was super proud of myself that wow, I have come this far. It's looking so nice. The only thing remaining is for the zip, which I went ahead to add. I didn't do that on camera. Yeah, I added the zip off camera, and it looked absolutely beautiful. And here's the final look. Seeing I wear something I made with my own hands honestly made me emotional. I'm so excited. I'm really happy to see I wear this and see I use this for our birthday shoots. You can see the pictures are so beautiful. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.